Hey everyone, my name is Eric. I'm a product director here at GitLab. Today I thought I would do a quick walkthrough from a service that I found out about a few weeks back called Glitch. And Glitch is a service that is kind of a web IDE slash code sandbox slash Replit instant live preview type functionality with respect to your application. And so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we'll walk through this. I've done a little bit of groundwork here, but not a ton. So you'll probably see me fumble through a few things, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and share my screen. All right, so I'm going to primarily be working out of the left side here and then use the right side to look at docs and other things. So the first thing is I've already connected it to my GitHub account. You can't connect it to a GitLab account, unfortunately. And before I had made these two projects, there was a little button that said make your first project. So I went and did that. You can do the same thing here if you click this new project button. And I've done both a Hello Express and Hello web page. The first thing to note is that this product only supports Node apps. So if you're using any other framework, it's not going to work for you, but that's okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a new project. So I'll click this. And what it's going to do is essentially fork this project that already exists. And it gives it a randomized name. And I noticed that when I want to, if I want to rename this project, which I do here, it looks like obviously there are unique names, which makes sense. So we'll just go ahead and name this something new. Remixing is their way of saying, hey, fork this thing. So if you stumble across another project on Glitch, you can click this button, make a copy of it yourselves. They do have private and public projects. Looks like there's some theme options. I'll click on those in a sec. Theme option. Okay, dark mode. A toggle to refresh the app on changes. Toggle for wrapping text and keyboard shortcuts. Okay, cool. So these sample projects set you up with a README, which is pretty intuitive. Just tells you what the different files in the project are going to do. So for example, this is just a simple web page. So we're looking at index.html to make changes. This is a markdown toggle. We have similar things inside of GitLab. This is a kind of a cool button where you click this button and it gives you some cool confetti and then format your file. I'm assuming based off of extension. That's pretty neat. So going back to Markdown, I think this is really where the power of Glitch comes in, is when you use this button here. So from what I can tell, any change you make just gets automatically deployed to your actual application. So if I went into, well, first off, let's view what our website looks like. So there's two options. You can view in a new window, or you can view over here next to your code. You probably notice that this is basically already deployed and running live, which is pretty neat. But I'm going to make a change. So I'll say, hi there from GitLab. And what you can see is it changed over here. And then if we go back here, I didn't even refresh this. It just went and updated that. And then since this is publicly served, if I opened up a different browser where I'm not authenticated or anything like that, like Safari, which I've never used, then went to that URL, you'll see that that change was already made there as well. So pretty cool stuff. Looks like you can actually change the URL here, which is neat. Let's see what this, no, it just hides it. We have very similar functionality in GitLab in our web IDE. We have a live preview function for JavaScript powered by Code Sandbox that comes out from the right panel of the web IDE. Very similar to this. I noticed this earlier. This is interesting. You can kind of like nest this, which is not a great experience. But okay, so that all looks good. Makes sense what we're trying to do. I wanted to do a few other things just to see how they worked. The first thing I wanted to do was make a new project from an import. Oh, there's one other thing I think is pretty cool here. So at the bottom of this, so you have app status. So you also get some sort of monitoring type capabilities. Looks like we're using 4% of our memory, 1% of our disk, and 0% of our usage because no one's going to this website. Always on is inactive, off. Glitch, always on. Let me see what this actually does. Okay, so it looks like it shuts your project down after 5 minutes. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I really wanted the doc. This is a form. Oh, I can't figure that out. And I also can't toggle anything here, so we'll just go ahead and move on. If I click on tools, and this is somewhat buried, so I'm just gonna go ahead and close this. If I click on tools, this is somewhat buried, but it's pretty interesting. And you click on rewind, you actually get this visual, almost version control like experience. So remember, I just made a simple change to say hi there from GitLab. This line delineates that this is now. If I click back here, you can see that it highlights a diff. And then if I click this rewind project button, what it'll actually do is essentially like roll back the history of the application. So now I have brought it back to where it was, and let's see if it added another. Yeah, so it added another version control point. It's not clear to me like when this does this, which let's see if the docs say. Yeah, it doesn't say when it actually saves a checkpoint. So you're not gonna have as much control over if you commit into Git somewhere, but I'd imagine these are snapshots somehow in time. Docs don't say, or if they do say, please leave a comment and let me know where they are. But this is kind of cool to see every checkpoint or Git commit that has been made, along with who made it and what changes were made. So I'm going to import a project from GitHub in a second, and we can view that. But this is cool. This is a cool way to view history. Okay, let's go ahead and cancel this. See what other tools we have. We have some logs. And clear them. Okay. And we have a terminal, looks like. Okay, cool. I'm gonna close this. And then there's some sharing options. Oh, here's live app, code, project page. And I can invite others to edit. Oh, this is actually interesting, is that this project is public. This .env file is not public by default. So if someone who came across my project and was looking at the code of this project, they would not be able to see this file per the documentation. Now, I haven't tested this, but if so the only way you can see this is if you are a contributor on the project, which I thought was a interesting way to do secrets. Let's go ahead and start a new project then. This is interesting, back to glitch. It seems like I'm already in glitch, but technicality. I do like this resume coding button. It kind of gives you the sense that you can go straight back into whatever you were doing. I'm assuming it stores a state of the last file you were on in the IDE like experience. We could do something similar in GitLab. If we go back to glitch, I'm going to do new project, and then I'm going to import from GitHub. And then I'm going to, I just Googled for a sample node to do app. And I found this one. Let's just go ahead and pull this in and see what that looks like. The docs also said you can pull in private projects if you authenticate with GitHub. We're sorry, something went wrong. Please try again or try refreshing the editor. Okay. I don't know what went wrong. Maybe the logs will tell me. This is interesting. It's kind of fun to play with. Let's do this. Oh, yeah, didn't read the instructions. All right. Yeah. Okay. This one requires MongoDB. I don't have a MongoDB instance set up. Maybe there's a different one that's not stateful. GitHub node to do app. Yeah, let's try this one. This one looks like it's using Docker. We'll see what happens. Copy. I got this error again, which is really frustrating. I mean, there's nothing to configure during the import process, so it's hard to think you messed something up. But I suppose it's possible. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think it's sports Docker. Well, the import seems to kind of work. I do get some error randomly. I kind of reached the end of my personal node knowledge, but this is what glitches, and yeah, should work. I think there's interesting lessons for us with respect to our Web IDE and some of the things that our Web IDE could potentially do with respect to preview. I really do like, I'll go back to a project that actually works. I really do like the live preview like stuff, the instant deployment stuff. Seems pretty interesting. All right, thanks. Bye.